Okay, so this is the EJ mask that I got from 3D Cauldron on Etsy. Also, if this is too expensive for you, getting a 3D print that is, if that's too expensive, I was working on this. It's just craft foam, and it was from a different mask I was trying to make, but it didn't turn out well. And then the more I was looking at it, the more I was like, oh, I can turn it into EJ probably. Once again, I was just experimenting and trying to make an OC's mask, but it didn't turn out how I wanted. But all you need for this is just craft foam, like a rounded surface, like a bowl or something, and just like heat form it to take shape. I'm gonna go in and cut out the eye holes some more to be more, well, not like that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, let's focus on the foam mask first. I used 5mm EVA foam for my mask. I had a ton of rolls on hand since I used to cosplay, a ton of years ago. But keep in mind, if you're planning on making a mask out of EVA foam, you're going to need to cover it with a sealer, because if I'm recalling correctly, spray paint will crack and flake off foam that isn't sealed. There are several different ways to seal craft foam. I myself used Plasti-Dip, but I believe Mod Podge can also be used to seal your foam. Another alternative is just getting sheets of craft foam and using the blue craft foam, cutting to shape, and boom, you're halfway there. Though you will still need to use a sealer like Mod Podge to paint on the black tiers of EJ's mask. Once I was done spraying the foam with Plasti-Dip, I went ahead and sprayed the mask with blue spray paint. When it was dry, I began to paint on the black tiers or tar drips or whatever these streaks are supposed to be. When you're done with that and the paint has completely dried, you need to add the black mesh to the eye ports. I used black, meshy fabric. Technically it was chiffon, but that's incredibly pricey. I used to work at a fabric store, so I just had a lot of it on hand. I noticed I could still see my eyes through the fabric, so I went ahead and added black mesh meant for fursuits behind the fabric. Once again, I had some on hand. I make a lot of costumes if you haven't noticed. You can also add padding to the inside of this mask. I didn't really find that necessary for this mask in particular because it was made out of foam, and so it wasn't uncomfortable for me to wear. The last step is to add the straps to your mask. I just hot glued mine on. And then you're finally done with your foam Eyeless Jack Mask. Now for the 3D printed mask. You need to sand it down and hit it with a 2-in-1 sandable primer. There's a helpful video on sanding down 3D prints that I'll link you to in the description, in case you need some more help. Remember to follow safety protocols and do this in a well-ventilated area, as well as wear proper equipment like a respirator, safety goggles, stuff like that. Once the primer is dry, I hit it with loose spray paint and then let that dry. Then I painted the black tear streaks, and once that was dry, I added some black mesh. Keep in mind this mask does need foam padding added to the interior. I added the straps and it was pretty uncomfortable for me. The foam padding should keep it from crushing your nose. And there you have it, 2 different Eyeless Jack masks. Hope you found this helpful. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what costume or mask you would like me to make next. Also, be sure to like and subscribe for more tutorials or whatever I get up to next. Anyway, that's it. Take care.